It started for me as any other day would start. I got up, I turned on the furnace to warm the house up, I let the pup out, and then I smelled it. It was the unmistakable smell of a fire. I am Tom Bray since 1954, and there is some Lego content here that I need your help with, but I'll get to that in a minute. Welcome to my channel, and as you know, I'm a senior fan of Lego. To continue with my story, I smelled smoke, and I went to my garage because I immediately thought my furnace may be on fire. Suffice it to say, when I opened up the garage, sure enough, I saw flames and smoke, and I called to my wife to get out of the house and to call 911, and then because I'm safety-oriented, I had fire extinguishers all over the house, and I knew where one was. It was right at my feet. And something told me to peek back in the garage to see how bad it was. And I did, and it was pretty bad. Flames were shooting out of the furnace. And I realized that if I did not have a shot at putting this fire out, my house would most likely burn down. So I pulled the pin on the fire extinguisher. I went into the garage. I went up to the furnace as safe as I thought I could possibly go, and I unloaded that fire extinguisher. The fire department arrived. No one was hurt. My house did not burn down, but they told me that I pretty much saved my house. So this is what my furnace looks like after the event. And here I am, the happy Lego fireman, holding my trusty emptied fire extinguisher. So the reason I'm making this video is twofold. One, to remind you to have a fire extinguisher and to have a plan for a fire. But the next is because when I emptied that fire extinguisher, it was not the foam kind, it was the kind of powdery kind. And we're having a professional company that our insurance company has sent clean up the problems with the garage and clean all that particulate out. But I had a Lego table set up in there. And I had a lot of my Lego sets set up. My Harry Potter set, my Jurassic Park, Raiders of the Lost Ark, those sets, a couple of Star Wars little builds. Fortunately, I had my Eldorado Fortress set and the 3-in-1 Castle set and all the armies I was building, my pirate ship, etc., inside because I was army building and kind of staging scenes. And those are my favorite sets anyway. So they were inside. So they were not affected by this fire extinguisher issue. As you can see, when I rubbed my finger across the Lego, it looks like it's dusty, but it could very well be, and probably is, some residual matter from the fire extinguisher. It was far enough out of the direct blast zone that it wasn't buried in, yellow powder. But I consulted with my kind of local Lego store, and they suggested that I break the sets down because they're going to have to be cleaned. And that's what I want to ask your opinions on. So I broke down each set that was out there with gloves and a filtration mask and eye protection. And I bagged them up individually in individual bags identified by sets because I knew that I was going to have to clean every single part. So I got them all bagged up, and surprisingly, they fit into one kind of, one of those storage tubs. Now, I separated out the minifigs because I'll probably clean those first. So I put those in Ziploc bags, and I used my label maker, and I labeled them according to set. And I'll probably display them separately because I'll probably, after I clean this, leave this disassembled for my granddaughter for the future. But of course, because it is for my granddaughter, I absolutely want to make sure that it's cleaned. So my plan is to do this, and I want to know what you think. My plan is to use a very simple method like Dawn dishwashing liquid, and not very much of it. And to get like either a French fry basket or some sort of wire basket or one of those mesh bags that you would put fine washables in. and to dunk it down into a tub of this soapy water, and then to thoroughly rinse it several times, and to then put it in a big tub and spread it out as flat as I can, either on a tray or something not very deep, cookie sheets, and then just run a regular fan over it to air dry it. And then once that's done, put it in fresh bags, identify it by what set it is, and then, store it away. That's my idea. I want to know if any of you have cleaned Lego. I know there are various methods to do it, but considering what I'm cleaning, it seems to me this might be the most prudent way to do it. So I'm wondering if you could give me some ideas in the comments and just let me know how you think that I might go about it, if this sounds like a solid plan to you. I know that you're not, experts on fire abatement. The professionals that I used, that the insurance company sent, seem to think that's a good idea. So I would appreciate any thoughts you had on the matter. Again, I feel very fortunate. My house is safe. My family is safe. My dog is safe. Everything is good. My Lego is safe. So, it could have been a lot worse. In the meantime, I just want to thank you for your support, and I look forward to reading your ideas, and have fun with your Lego until we meet again next week. Thank you. Build, baby, build. Bye.